Merry Christmas, Jerry. How's the real estate business?
Kinda early with the greeting, aren't you, Sam?
Well, I gotta get him in sometime. I may not see you again until next Christmas.
This real estate racket gets any crazier, I'll be dead by next Christmas. I'm glad you could get up here though, Sam.
What's on your mind, Jerry?
You'll probably shoot me when you hear it, Sam, because I'm probably nuts. But but doggone it, you're a detective and you're my pal, and I just had to tell somebody.
Well, you sound like it's serious.
That's just it. I don't know what it is, Sam. But now listen, you know we're agents for a group of houses up in Cypress, Canyon.
Uh-huh.
Those places that were started before the war never got finished.
Oh, yeah?
All they got in were the foundations, just concrete and a couple of beams. Well, they've been finished now. In fact, I'm putting up the for rent on the last of them today.
Well, what do you want? Police protection from the mob?
Listen, Sam, this house that I'm talking about, it's got a number now. 2256 to be exact. But before, when the men went back to work on it about 3 months ago, they just started when the foreman on the job brought me a shoebox that he'd found up on a beam. And this box had a what do you call it? A manuscript in it, a story kind of, all written out.
Yeah?
Well, he gave me the thing. I read it. I didn't think much about it. I put it in my desk, but the other day, as I happened to drive by there, I saw the number on the house and what the house looked like. I thought of this manuscript. Well, I don't like it, that's all. There's something funny about it.
Well, what's funny about it?
Well, mind you, this thing was found in an unfinished house in Cypress Canyon. House was only just started building.
All right.
Well, listen, Sam, I want to read it to you. If you've got time, then you'll see what I mean.
All right. Shoot.
Well, here's how it begins. Uh, to whom it may concern, my reasons for setting down on paper what follows here will be abundantly clear.
to anyone whose possession it may fall. First, let me say that I'm a very ordinary person. My name is James A. Woods, and I'm 35 years old. By profession, a chemical engineer. My wife, Ellen, was a school teacher when I met and married her in Indiana 7 years ago. There is nothing in the past life of either of us to suggest remotely any cause or reason for the dreadful thing that has invaded our lives. Our married life has been in no way different from that of the millions of other average and reasonably happy and congenial families. 3 months ago, I was ordered by my firm to take charge of a rather minor project in Los Angeles, Hollywood to be exact. The order was a sudden one. There had been no time to secure accommodations, and conditions being that they were, the inevitable result was that, until the day before yesterday, we've been living in the cramped quarters in one of those characteristic California motels. Needless to say, most of our spare time had been devoted to search for something more permanent and comfortable, but the fruits of these efforts have been financially, and in every other way, a geometrical progression of discouragement. Until last Saturday afternoon, only 4 days before Christmas, we were driving into town on our way to a movie when Ellen saw it.
Jim, look,
What?
that sign in front of that real estate office.
Oh yeah.
Don't you see what it says? For rent, furnished, 2-bedroom house, closing, immediate occupancy.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Aren't you gonna stop?
Oh, Ellen, you know what a sign like that would mean? Right out in plain sight, in front of a real estate office?
Oh, yeah, but Jim,
Probably don't want $600 a month
we'll never know until we ask.
Well, if it's any good at all, there's probably at least 50 people back there fighting for it right now.
Well, honey, there's no harm in trying now, is there?
You really want to go back?
Oh, it's probably foolish, but what can we lose?
Okay.
Oh, darling, come on, cheer up. How do you know? Maybe our luck's changed. Maybe fate's gonna give us a nice new house for a Christmas present.
Come in.
We're sorry to bother you, but we just happened to see the for rent sign outside, and,
Oh, yeah, I hung it outside just this minute.
Is the house available?
Why, sure it is.
let me introduce myself. My name is James A. Woods, and this is my wife, Ellen.
How do you do? Wow, looks like it's fixing to rain.
Yes, so it does, doesn't it? Well, it was one of those things. The real estate agent had just been authorized to rent the place by mail that morning, and he'd hardly had time to look at it himself. He had just put up his sign when we drove up. It was just an ordinary little California house about halfway up Cypress Canyon, number 2256. Just an ordinary, undistinguished little house. The agent didn't know much about it. Construction on it had been stopped by the war, and it had just been completed and furnished lately. Been vacant while someone's estate was being settled, and now was owned by a bank in Sacramento. Of course, we didn't care about all that.
Got this key in the mail along with the authorization to rent. Only one there is. Of course, you could have duplicates made. Seems to stick a little. Oh well, there it is.
Doesn't sound as though that door had ever been opened.
Well, a little oil on the hinges will fix that all right.
Oh, sure.
Well, now here's your living room. Furniture's a little dusty, of course. You gotta expect that. It's good furniture, though, you see? Benson Brothers.
Yes,
Now over here's a little den, panel you see, radio, fireplace. Really a very attractive little room, especially for a man.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Now, the bedroom's off the living room here. Everything's all on one floor, you understand?
Uh-huh.
It's quite nice, I think.
Yes,
You can see you get the morning sun here. There's a view of the canyon through these front windows. You got cross ventilation.
That's about all there was to it. It wasn't the best place in the world. It was small and badly built, but what would you have done? We took it with as little inspection as that. It was the Saturday before Christmas, and that very same evening we were struggling up the steps from the road with suitcases and boxes and armloads of clothes and all the endless bric-a-brac that people collect and never really know they have until they move. Ellen began unpacking, and I began moving things around and taking the worst of the photos off the wall, doing all the little things that everyone does when they move into a new place to try to give it something of their own personality.
Don't be such a sourpuss. You know, it's a roof over our heads for Christmas. That's more than we never thought we'd get, isn't it? Now, what in the world are we going to do with those two pictures?
Well, why don't we just leave them where they are?
Jim, we can't. They're too awful.
All right, put them in the closet then.
I can't. Both the closets are jammed full.
No, I mean the other one, the little alcove off from the den. At least there's a door there. I suppose it's a closet. I don't know.
If that's in the commentary on the housing problem, huh? A woman moving into a house without even knowing where all the closets are. Take the pictures down, will you, honey? Bring 'em in here.
Okay.
Guess you'll have to help me with this door. I can't get it open.
Let me see it. Oh, well, of course you can't, silly. It's locked. Hey, where'd you put those keys we found in the desk?
Here they are.
Oh, this one won't work. Sure, this one won't work. Oh, hey, this feels like an awfully solid door for a closet.
That's one solid door in the house.
Oh, and this one won't do it either. Well, we'll just have to get a locksmith up here Monday. I'll put the pictures behind the desk for now, okay?
Yeah, all right. Jim, if you could just help me move this armchair, huh?
Oh, Ellen, would you let it go until tomorrow? Do you know what time it is?
But honey, I'd like to get the place looking just a little bit.
Yeah, but it's almost midnight. In fact, it's exactly
What was that?
Tomcat, I guess. Out in the brush somewhere?
Oh, sounded near. Hope that doesn't go on all night.
Oh, there isn't much we can do about it. Come on, Ellen, I'm dead tired.
All right, Jim.
Hey, where'd you put the toothpaste, honey?
It's right in the medicine cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Jim, we ought to get some firewood tomorrow. You know, a fire in that living room would make all the difference in the world.
We can't. It's Sunday.
Well, Monday then. Jim, I think red curtains are what we need, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, just at least for the living room. Anyway, the ones in there now have just got to come down.
Yeah, I suppose they do.
What do you think of red?
Oh, well, I guess it's all right.
Jim.
Some Tomcat.
Jim, it sounded in the house.
Oh, now, how could it be in the house, Ellen? We've been over every inch of this house.
Well, except that closet.
Now, how could a cat or anything else be in a closet that's been locked up for over a year?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably under the house, like a wildcat or a mountain lion or something. I hear they have them in California.
Jim, I don't like it.
Well, neither do I, but there's nothing we can do about it tonight.
Maybe we ought to call somebody, the police or some neighbor.
Don't be so silly, Ellen. You act like a kid. Come on, let's go to bed,
Oh, all right. I suppose it is silly. Jimmy, did you lock the door?
Yeah. Can I turn out the lights now?
Yeah, all right.
Good night, Ellen. Sleep tight.
Good night, Jim.
I don't know what time it was, perhaps an hour, perhaps only half an hour later. My mind was in that hazy borderland between sleep and a dream that's still part of consciousness when... And then I was awake. Ellen, are you alright?
Yes.
Did you have a nightmare or something?
No, I heard it too.
Well, that didn't sound like any cat.
Put on the light.
Yeah.
It seemed to be out there, Jim, in the house somewhere.
I should go look into this.
Jim, you be careful.
Come on. Well, where's my shotgun?
In the den, I think. Jim,
What?
there's something wet
What? Wet?
running from under the closet door.
Ellen?
Sticky.
Ellen, don't. Don't touch it.
I had to, Jim. It's blood.
It cannot be too difficult to understand from the foregoing why I have taken in pains to set down in writing the events related here. To find in one's newly rented house a closet which cannot be opened is in itself certainly no great cause for alarm, but to be awakened in the stillness of the night by unearthly cries within that house, to find oozing from under that closet door something that is unquestionably blood, that is another matter. Perhaps others may have been braver than we. Suffice it only to say we got out of that house something very close to a panic, and only returned when we had the moral support of two stalwart Los Angeles policemen.
You, just moved in here, you say?
That's right, officer. You can see we're still unpacking.
And the place has been empty right along before that?
Yeah, I don't know much about that part of it. You could check with the real estate agent, though.
Well, where is this closet?
Oh, it's right in here, officer. And the blood is...
Where? Where's this blood?
Jim?
Officer, I swear to you, there's blood on this floor. Less than an hour ago, I seen it.
Uh-huh.
It was running from under the door. We heard the noise, and then we woke up, and then we went to go see it, but the door was locked.
Locked, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Well, it seems to be all right now.
Hey, you folks aren't trying to be funny, are ya?
Isn't there anything in it?
No, ma'am. There is not.
Look, officer, we're honest people. You can call my firm. They'll tell you all about me.
There is nothing wrong with this closet. Walls are solid. No trap doors.
If you think I'm lying, you really must be crazy.
I didn't say that, mister. Oh, you probably did hear some sort of noise and you got a little panicky and,
What about the blood? It got on my hands.
It isn't there now, is it?
Yes,
Where?
I feel it.
Now, you folks just take it easy. You know you're liable to hear all kinds of noises up in these canyons at night. You're, from the east, you say?
Yeah, we are. Look, I'm sorry, officer.
Oh, that's all right. Now, listen, if y'all have any real trouble, call on us anytime.
Oh, all right.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, you oughta have this door fixed. That's enough to scare you.
Yeah, we're gonna get that fixed. We didn't say much about it after that. There wasn't much that could be said. The next day, I went down to the lot and I bought a little Christmas tree and some trimmings, and we tried to pretend we were cheerful, but there was an uneasiness between us that had never been there before. Ellen seemed tired and listless, and several times during the day, I noticed her washing her hands with a brush, scrubbing the one that had touched the blood. That night, we each took a sleeping pill and went to bed. It was sometime after midnight when I was suddenly wide awake, staring into the darkness. In some way, I knew at once and instinctively what had awakened me. Ellen was not in her bed, nor in the room. The nameless thing I had feared gripped at my heart until I could scarcely breathe. I opened the bedroom door and started through the house, putting on every light that I could find. There was not much to search, but I searched thoroughly. The living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, the den. I even searched the garage. And all the time, the dread looking of where I knew at last I must look. For I think I knew from the very first time that's where I'd find her. It must have been a full minute I stood before that closet door, and then I opened it, and she stood there rigid, her arms at her side, her fingers extended like claws, her hair was over her face, and her eyes stared out from it. Her lips were drawn back in a grin like an animal at bay, and for a moment I was frozen with the horror of it, and then I stretched out my hand, and very deliberately she turned her head and sunk her teeth until they met into the flesh of my forearm. I'd raised my hand to strike at her, but then she relaxed her hold and went utterly limp. She would have fallen unless I caught her. I carried her into the bedroom and laid her on the bed. Strangely, at that moment, my only thought was how I might revive her, until I saw that it was not a faint, but a sleep she'd fallen into, a sleep as deep and as heavy as though she'd been drugged. And so I left her. But for me that night, there was no sleep.
Jim,
Yes, Ellen.
what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I got a little restless. I went out to make some coffee.
Oh, I had the most wonderful sleep, and I feel so rested.
Do you?
Hmm? Jim,
What?
what's the matter with your arm?
Oh, I just heard it.
Well, honey, it's terribly swollen. Let me see it.
No, that's quite all right, Ellen.
Oh, it isn't all right. You've got to see Dr. Westleaf right away.
Sure, I will.
No, now you promise me, Jim, that you'll go the first thing this morning. How'd it happen?
Oh, last night there was a dog.
Dog?
Yeah, I heard him trying to chew through the screen door, and then I went out to chase him away, and he bit me.
Well, you mean with all that racket and I didn't even wake up?
No, Ellen, you didn't even wake up. It was clear to me that Ellen had known nothing of what had transpired the night before. I went to my office that morning and made a pretense of going over routine business, if only to restore my mind to some semblance of calm by the sight and sound of common and familiar things. The pain in my arm had become a persistent dull throbbing. I made a late appointment with Dr. Westleaf. He treated my arm with something of an arched eyebrow, and she said,
Well, I've never seen anything quite like it before. That is such a rapid onset of infection.
It was dark when I left his office. I hadn't realized it was so late. Driving home, my car seemed sluggish until I saw the needle on the dashboard, and I realized I was pushing it to the utmost of its speed. I was racing home to prevent something before it was too late, before the darkness conspired against me. For somehow, I already knew with certainty that it was the darkness and the night I had to fear. The curves of the canyon seemed endless, and then the cold fear reached up inside me. My house, too, was dark. I went slowly up the stone steps from the road, looking, praying for some sign of light or life, but there was none. The house was empty, and Ellen was gone. I looked with the same self-torturing thoroughness, and in that closet first of all, knowing as I did so it was hopeless. And so, alone in that empty house, I waited, powerless, helpless now, deadened in thought and will, and as empty as the house itself, save only for the overwhelming sense of terrible foreboding. Sometime in the early hours of the morning, I snapped on the radio. Shortwave? Why, surely am I a question now? I only know that I did. And then I heard it.
Car 58, car 58, go to Laurel Canyon, the 4,000th block. A report that a man has been injured or attacked. Condition thought to be critical. Ambulance will follow. That is all.
I was there almost before the police, edging my way through the little crowd and staring down at the man laying in his white uniform under the streetlight.
Yeah, milkman. Poor guy. I heard him scream, but when I got here, he was just like this.
All right, stand back, please stand back.
Well, you again.
I heard her on the radio. I live just down the road.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, what happened?
Well, take a look, and maybe you can tell us.
He was dead. He was lying on his back, and his throat had been torn out as though by the fangs of some wild animal. It is now Christmas Eve, or rather Christmas morning, for it's a little bit after midnight. I've been waiting here in the stillness of this empty house for nearly 24 hours, waiting for the end. Already once tonight I've heard that dreadful wailing cry somewhere in the hills. I nailed up the closet door, but I know I was childish, useless. My arm is horribly swollen and turning black, but that's nothing. It's another end that I foresee, as surely as other men foresee the rising of the sun. I hear the cry again now. It's nearer. I shall leave these notes in a sealed envelope and put them in a shoebox and hope that someone will give credence to these dark and terrible events, if indeed such nameless horrors can even yield to mortal understanding. As for myself, I feel no longer any fear or even sorrow, only a desire that the end and the thing I must do may come soon. And it will be soon, I know. Yes, for there is someone at my door.
Huh. What do you make of it, Sam?
It's, quite a yarn. Well, what of it?
That's what I thought. Now, listen, that's not quite of all of it.
Oh?
Clip to it's a newspaper clipping. Listen, Hollywood, December the 26th. Police reported what was apparently a case of murder and suicide in Cypress Canyon, sometime in the early hours of the morning. The victims were James A. Woods, a chemical engineer, and his wife, Ellen. Preliminary investigation indicates that Mrs. Woods was killed by the blast of a shotgun in the hands of her husband, who then turned the weapon upon himself, that she fought desperately for her life. However, was evident by the disorder of the room and the severe lacerations inflicted upon her husband about the neck and arms. This is the second tragedy to be reported in Cypress Canyon within 24 hours, the other being the unexplained death of Frank Polanski, a milkman.
Well, no such murders or whatever they were ever occurred, if that's what's worrying you. The clipping, well, you know you can have those things printed up.
Oh no, it's not that, Sam. That story was found in an unfinished house in Cypress Canyon. No number, no nothing, just the framework.
Uh-huh.
Now that house is finished when I drove by it today. But that's what stopped me, Sam, because it all fits. Now that it's finished, it is the house in the story. The same construction, the same vines and creepers on the lawn, even the same number.
So what? A guy who knows roughly what this house is gonna be like writes a yarn and loses it or something?
Did he know the place was gonna be listed for rental today, the Saturday before Christmas?
Jerry, coincidence. 2 bits you find the guy next door is a ghost story writer or something, and he's been wondering for a year what happened to that thing he wrote.
Okay, coincidence. I'm sorry I bothered you, Sam.
Don't be silly. It's a good yarn. I liked it. That the for rent sign you were talking about?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it up outside now.
Uh-huh. Well, so long, Jerry, and again, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, well, thanks, Sam. I guess I was kind of silly, alright.
Listen, when a guy named Woods with a wife named Ellen comes in to rent that place from you, then you can start worrying.
Yeah, well, so long, Sam. Come in.
We're sorry to bother you, but we just happened to see the for rent sign outside, and
Oh, yeah, I hung it outside just this minute.
Is the house available?
Why, sure it is.
let me introduce myself. My name is James A. Woods, and this is my wife Ellen.
How do you do? Wow, looks like it's fixing to rain.
Yes, so it does, doesn't it?